Hi, I'm Dave Belsky, CEO and founder of Flower Hire. On behalf of the entire Flower Hire and Engine Sciences team, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first ever careersincannabis.com virtual talent conference. Today, we're going to hear from leaders across the industry working to build an effective and diverse cannabis workforce and talent strategy. Bringing this day to life was no small task, and we couldn't have done it without the support of our community. So before we move forward, some shout outs to our industry partners, LeafWire, Benzinga, Greenflower Media, Global Go, and of course, Engine Sciences, without who we could not have brought this event and platform to life. I'd also like to recognize N6A. They're definitely a rocket booster to help bring a founder's vision to reality. Special thanks to our world-class MCs, Lulu and Jacoby, the founders of Revel, for being the real cornerstone of this entire day. DJ Babu and Raka of Dilated Peoples, who will be spinning an amazing live set to close out this event about 3 hours from now. And of course, all the speakers. They are the true professionals representing 50 different companies willing to share their insights with the broader cannabis community as a whole. And of course, you, our audience and community members, for taking time out of your day to learn, to be inspired, and grow smarter. Big double blessings thank you to the Flower Hire team. It sounds cliche, but I'm extremely grateful to be surrounded by the most dedicated and passionate, not to mention savagely hardworking team I could have ever imagined. Flower Hire is a community working tirelessly to shape the industry of tomorrow by putting talent to work in cannabis with the correct skills and, most importantly, the correct values. Behind me, as you can see here, this is our brand wall. We love our cannabis brands here in Flower Hire's LA offices, which we call the Flower House. So in this hop-in app that we're all on right now to get the chat going, would love to see guesses at how many brands are on the walls behind me and which ones. The closest guess might get a special prize. Okay, what brings us here together today is cannabis. There are monumental shifts happening in our society as we speak, and cannabis is part of all of it. This industry is going to be the leading job creator in the United States over the next decade. 1 million people are going to be employed in cannabis. Let that set in for a second. 1 million jobs across all 50 states eventually. And not just any jobs, but jobs at all ends of the spectrum, from light industrial and retail jobs that pay more than minimum wage all the way on up to the executive ranks. Cannabis is a middle-class job creator, and it provides people with the chance to make an honest living and support themselves and their families. In fact, a vertically integrated cannabis company has a greater variety of job titles, disciplines, and skills needed than any other type of company on the planet. The world has spoken, with more progressive cannabis legislation being passed in the last 12 months than at any time before. This industry certainly seems to be at a tipping point with an exciting future ahead. However, before we talk about the future of cannabis, we must first acknowledge and honor the struggles of the past. We must be mindful and seek to understand the healing process that must take place as a result of the failed war on drugs, which has disproportionately affected Black and brown communities. There's no better way to start this process than expunging records and freeing these victims from incarceration, investing in communities. And what we can figure out today is how to provide a real path to being part of this industry and set the standard of how to build an equitable, sustainable, and profitable new industry. The time for action is now. History will judge this industry based on what we as a community do next. And it's this time for action that inspired us to bring together this community, to share insights, stories, and knowledge. So, I'll start with my own journey into cannabis. The year was 1999, Austin, Texas, Westlake Hills. I was kicked out of high school for smoking cannabis under a zero-tolerance drug policy. I pull into my high school parking lot. A police officer follows me in with a broken taillight. As I show my license, he sees a marijuana seed on my center console, tells me to step out of the car, puts me in handcuffs. I watch as my entire student body watches me in handcuffs sitting in the parking lot, and 6 more police cruisers pull in, lights blaring. I thought my future was wrecked. I was 16 years old. I was getting heavily recruited for athletics, and all that was about to come to a screeching halt because now I was a criminal. Thankfully, I was able to reset, move to LA to live with my dad, and finish out high school and get into a good college still and played football. I know this is a second chance that many do not get. After college in 2004, it was the tech industry that was starting to take off and create a lot of jobs. So I joined the tech industry and went to work for a tech-focused executive search firm that I worked at for 13 years and helped to scale into a $200 million company. I was successful, but grew, I should say more comfortable, but I grew increasingly unfulfilled with the entitled tech culture and was searching for something new, something exciting and full of opportunity. Then I got the call. It was from a former mentor in LA in 2016 who told me he was now in cannabis and I should come see what he was doing. After some serious soul searching, months of soul searching, I followed him in. I went all in. I took my boat to Cannabis Island and I burned it. After the birth of my 4th child, I quit my job of 13 years to work at a startup, to do a startup where I was flying across the country every week, which I would not recommend to anyone in case you were wondering. I had really had no idea what I was in for 4 years ago, honestly. But, well, you know, here we are today. Flower Hire has a team of nearly 20 people who have placed hundreds of full-time professionals in cannabis companies ranging from the largest MSOs to family farms in the Emerald Triangle growing beautiful sun-grown outdoor flower. Why'd I do it at the time? And would I do it again? Absolutely. This industry can quite possibly elevate the human condition on a global scale. But in order to do so, it was going to need talent, and it still needs talent more than ever. My first several months as a cannabis headhunter, I shared office space with a plant-touching company, and yes, talent and hiring, but I saw firsthand really the challenges of building in this industry. Lobbying, licensing, financing, compliance, marketing, getting plants to grow, getting plants to test clean. The list could really go on forever. From this experience, I quickly learned that the right fit for cannabis not only meant finding a nice looking resume with skills, but someone that could deal with the startup and hypergrowth pace of cannabis and ultimately operate without a net and not freak out. I also learned that it was essential for people in this industry to believe in the power of the plant, that organizations in cannabis were mission driven. People on the front lines, all the way on to the executive ranks, truly enjoyed what it is they were doing because of this. No matter what someone's resume said in their past life, in order to be effective in cannabis, a person had to do 3 things. They had to understand that the playbook that they had developed over the course of their career that worked in other industries would probably not work here, number 1. Number 2, humility. They had to be humble enough to work with the industry veterans whose knowledge and experience got us to where they are today. And number 3, they had to burn the boat. I've certainly gained an appreciation for the idea that running a cannabis company may be the hardest job ever conceived, but for the people doing it, truly, it seems like there's nothing more worthwhile. These companies are full of creative, intelligent people coming together, solving complex problems, doing something they believe in, doing something they believe makes the world a better place. These are the characteristics of effective teams in cannabis, and that is why we're here today. Community also means something to this industry. The people that are successful in this industry are open to solutions, open to helping each other, open to learning from each other, open to being wrong, admitting they don't know. This industry and its leaders need to hire hundreds of thousands of people in the next several years. There's no blueprint, there's no best practices, and there's no data. We also hear often from the incredible and often overlooked leaders in the HR and talent functions in cannabis, many of whom are here today, many of whom you're going to hear from, about the challenges of hiring, retaining, and developing top talent in the face of constant change and hypergrowth. This is why we came together with a brilliant team at Engine Sciences to develop technology and data-driven solutions to support HR and talent leaders, as well as hiring managers and executives. We're excited to share some of that with you today. So, The next 3 hours is all about you, our community. And man, are we excited for what we have in store. We're starting here on the main stage, which you're watching right now. Next, you'll hear from Sloan Barber and Dr. Valerie Frise, co-founders of Engine Sciences. And then our amazing MCs, Lulu and Jacoby of Revel, are going to give you a complete breakdown of the content today. From sessions to keynote speakers to musical guests to the world premiere of our Cannabis Stories video series. There's networking. There's an expo. Look for the button that says expo. You'll be able to see a Flower Hire X live demo, claim a trial, and perhaps grab a discount off of Green Flower Media's entire training curriculum. There's truly something for everybody here today. So let's get to it. Now, I turn it over to Sloan Barber, founder and CEO of Engine Sciences.
Thank you, David, and welcome everyone to the Careers in Cannabis Virtual Talent Conference. Wow, what a day and what a time to be alive. Thank you so much, David. It's truly an inspiring story, and it's an honor to work with you to help build this community. First off, I want to introduce myself. My name is Sloan Barber. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Engine Sciences. We're the technology platform behind careersincannabis.com and Flower Hire X, and soon a lot more. Stay tuned for more information, but first, I want to let everyone know who's here today. We have over 1,600 attendees at this conference, representing 27 different countries. We have people from Canada, the UK, India and Australia, Spain, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, South America, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, Australia, and of course, our friends here in the USA. Now, I always love events, and while I wish we could be together physically, there is something very powerful about this virtual format. People from all over the world will tune in to see 50 speakers across 27 different sessions. They'll be able to network with community members and their peers, learn from experts, and discover their potential in this exciting new industry. I personally discovered my potential in cannabis when I joined Flower Hire in 2019 as Chief Revenue Officer. This was after a decade in technology. I was selling HR tech solutions. I was doing executive recruiting for technology people. And in fact, that's where I first met David. And when I heard what was going on with Flower Hire in the cannabis industry, I knew I had to join up. After joining, I quickly realized, working with my partners in HR and in the executive teams of these companies, that this industry needed better tools. Needed better tools for both companies who are hiring rapidly and for job seekers. This once-in-a-generation opportunity of creating 1 million new jobs across the country and across the world is an enormous opportunity. It's also a massive challenge. It's a workforce mobilization of unprecedented size and scope. So, how do you tackle this problem? How do you identify, train, and retain hundreds of thousands, millions of essential frontline hourly and gig workers in an industry that's operating at hyperspeed? And how do you do it in a scalable and equitable way? Well, first thing you need is really smart people. And you need people with a very specific set of skills to build innovative, scalable technology from the ground up. So, being recruiters, we set out to find such a person. And boy, did we hit the jackpot. In fact, she's here with us today, and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome to the stage my co-founder and the CTO of Engine Sciences, Dr. Valerie Frise. Val?
Thank you, Sloan. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our virtual talent conference. My name is Valerie Frise. I'm the CTO and co-founder with Sloan of Engine Sciences. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here with you today. I am thrilled to have this opportunity to introduce our new product, but more importantly, to learn from the best experts of this exciting and fast-growing industry. My background is in tech. I have led the development of tech products in startups for the last 20 years. But the last companies I worked at are particularly relevant to this new venture and to this new industry and this unique moment in time. Up until last June, I was CTO of Good & Co., a company dedicated to quantifying company cultures and helping job seekers find jobs in companies they have a good fit with. With a unique, fun, and gamified approach, we built one of the largest databases of psychometrics profiles, 3.5 million profiles, more than 100 million data points collected. On the B2B side, we work with companies such as Kelly or Coca-Cola to help them assess their company culture and improve the selection and onboarding of new members. Being acquired by Stepstone, the European leader of job boards, gave us the opportunity to integrate with the largest job boards and HR platforms in the UK and in Germany. Prior to that, I worked in the field of medical continuous education, building a MOOC to give doctors and nurses access to the state-of-the-art medical curricula and obtain credit for their certifications. So tech, education, psychographics, job fit, these were breadcrumbs that yet had to lead me somewhere. This happened when I met with Sloan, and together we realized we could bring it to a whole new level in the context of the cannabis industry, and more particularly for frontline and hourly workers. Boosted by Sloan's and David's deep expertise in this unique industry, we developed the concept of power profiles for cannabis jobs. 15 curated power profiles, representing essential positions such as bud tender, extraction technician, inventory associate, etc., were analyzed both from the point of view of hard and soft skills. These power profiles are at the heart of our evolving algorithms to quantify the fit between a job and a candidate. Our gamified platform simplifies the application process for job seekers who expect a more modern mobile-first experience that's more fun and effective than a written resume. We help candidates understand their unique strengths, discover their potential, and eventually evolve their career in the cannabis world through access, education, and skills development. With better targeted applications, we bring to recruiters and hiring managers richer and more meaningful insights into candidates beyond their resume. Key to our success is your feedback. Our system is constantly learning. The more we hear from you and learn from our community of job seekers and companies, the more joy we can bring to the job search and hiring process. We are thrilled to be building this unique and innovative technology for this unique and innovative industry. The cannabis industry is the fastest growing industry in a generation, and there is still room for new tech tools that are designed to address our specific challenges. But I believe that our journey will take us even further. The same approach we are taking to help job seekers in the cannabis industry will also empower all frontline, hourly, and gig workers across multiple industries and sectors. Today, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, our community, about your vision and how we can work together to help cannabis go smarter. And now I'm excited to turn it back to Sloan, who is going to unveil our brand new FlowerX platform powered by Engine. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. Amazing story. And as I said, we need someone with a very specific set of skills, and we found her. While hearing Valerie talk about how her and the team have built this incredible software to power this unique industry and the future of the hourly and frontline worker is impressive enough, what's even more impressive is when you see it in action. So I'm excited to introduce, for the first time, the world premiere of FlowerHireX.
Hiring is tough. Hiring for a rapidly developing, essential industry that's growing 30% year over year with shifting regulations is tougher still. And the challenges will only become exacerbated as the post-COVID economy reopens and millions of retail, hospitality, and other frontline workers return in the greatest mass hiring event in the history of the world. To meet this challenge, FlowerHire partnered with Engine Sciences Inc. to launch FlowerHireX, a virtual talent management platform that matches candidates seeking a career in cannabis with their ideal job. Engine's AI-powered Power Profile tech combines psychographic and skills data with FlowerHire's recruiting and HR expertise to help job seekers find their fit in the industry. Companies send prospective job seekers to the gamified FlowerHireX platform, allowing managers to quickly evaluate applicants, engage with viable candidates, and route individuals to the jobs to which they're best suited. By helping companies leverage their current job openings, The X platform's open architecture allows the hiring manager to instantly distribute listings to their preferred job sites while maintaining a unified view of all candidates. Engine Science's AI-assisted SaaS platform acts as a 24/7 virtual talent manager, saving companies thousands of dollars in HR personnel expenses, improving hiring velocity, and reducing turnover, all while benefiting from Flower Hire's years of deep cannabis hiring expertise. The Flower Hire X platform fits perfectly with the cannabis industry's needs today, and over time, this powerful platform will help millions of Americans discover exciting new industries, land a job that fits, and take control of their career.
Wow, amazing work, Valerie. And thank you so much to everyone on the Engine team who brought Flower Hire X to life. Val, first and foremost, our team and creative director, Jamie, Melissa, our developers, Alexander, Andre, Maxim, and Vladimir, Alex and Pale, our partners here at Flower Hire who are helping us bring this product to market, Tech Magic, and N6A, our incredible events and PR firm. It's really, truly a team effort, and I'd like to specifically thank our beta partners, the companies that have helped us over the last 90 days tweak the product, make sure it's working great, and make sure that it's ready for prime time. So today is the day. We're extending you, all of the members of our cannabis community, exclusive access to Flower Hire X platform. If you go to the Expo Center on the Hopin platform, you'll see over there on the left-hand side, at some point during the conference, you'll be able to meet with Valerie personally. She can do a live demo of the product and you can claim your 30-day free trial. If you're hiring in the cannabis industry and you're scaling rapidly, this product is for you. So much to do, so many things happening today, and we're super excited for this event. So on with the show. I'd like to bring to the stage two of my favorite people in the cannabis community, Jacoby and Lulu of Revel. Jacoby, Lulu, what's happening?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Sloan. Super excited to be here today. It's been a while since I've attended a cannabis conference, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, thanks for getting us started. Really appreciate you, Sloan, Valerie, and David for kicking us off. I also want to just thank everybody for joining, right? This conference is nothing without the people that participate, that come here and be a part of this wonderful community. My name is Jacoby. I will be one of the hosts. I'm here with Lulu Sway. Lulu, how are you today?
I'm super excited. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been at a cannabis conference. This virtual one's going to be amazing. Right on. There's so much to do. And I just want to quickly reflect. 2020 was crazy for everybody. No matter whether you leveled up or you hit some hardships, we all had to endure some change. And just shout out to you guys for being here, being a part of this, and ready for the next change. I know there's people in the audience that are in a traditional industry looking to change into the cannabis industry. I know there's people already in companies currently looking to change and go to another cannabis company. And I know there's HR professionals here looking to change their roster, bolster their talent, and make things happen. We welcome all of you. We're excited for this, and we will break into our sessions, and you can go into specific groups in just a bit. But I do want to say one other piece here. David touched on this when he started. There's three things I think are essential to this industry besides, of course, our lovely plant. It's the people that are currently in the industry, it's the future of the industry, and it's the people that built the demand before us. And I hope that you are contributing to all three. Quickly, we're going to hit some housekeeping things. Lulu, if you want to just give the people a little bit of information on how to navigate today. So if you look along the left-hand side of your browser, you're going to see a couple of icons. The first one's the stage. So if you click on that, that's going to bring you back to the main stage we are right now. Sessions. Clicking on that's going to take you to all the amazing sessions that are going to be presented today. Please be aware that the sessions appear 5 minutes before they start. So if you don't see it there, don't worry, come back 5 minutes and the session will be there. Networking. So what is a conference without networking? This is a really cool feature. If you want to meet people, click on that button and you're going to be randomly matched with someone who is interested in someone like you and someone that you're interested in too. We're going to be jumping in there, so would love to meet up and chat. The Expo button. There are 2 booths in the Expo area. There's the Flower Hire X, so please go in, get your demo, learn more. The Green Flower Media booth. They have one of the most extensive online cannabis learning libraries, so I hear that they're going to be giving away free classes, so please do check that out. It looks like on the right-hand side, the chat module is popping. If you do have any questions, if you do have any technical assistance that is needed, there are members of the team that are in there that will help you. So I think that's about it for housekeeping.
Great. I know I only have about 30 seconds here, but an event is nothing without the sponsors and supporters. So I really want to make sure to shout out, of course, Flower Hire, of course, the amazing work by Engine Sciences and the Flower Hire X platform. That was dope. And it is dope. The Green Flower Media team, they're official education partners of today. LeafWire, innovators in the technology space, the official networking partner. And of course, our friends at Benzinga, the official media partner. And then N6A, they did a lot of work kind of herding the cats of all of us 50 plus speakers today. And selfishly want to thank my Revel team for keeping Lulu and I in check to get this going. So without further ado, I think it's time for us to break into our panels. You should have seen a notification for the ones you've signed up for, and we will see you guys throughout the day.